Hello, and welcome back to Billy Ho Sports. This is just going to be a quick preview video for the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs, Saturday, November 25th. We'll be going over the past performances today, figuring out which one of these youngsters is going to step up and get this race. And so if you want to see some of the normal preview videos that I do with race replays and profiles and breakdowns, I have some of these horses like Risk It and Stretch Ride in my 2024 Kentucky Derby preview videos. So see that if at your leisure, I guess. And what we're going to do now is so once we see how this race shakes out, I'm going to have more to cover in those videos. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you're finding lots of bargains today on Black Friday. Let's take a look at the contenders. Okay, so looking at this week's track bias, it looks to favor the early speed. And to me, Risk It is going to be the one to benefit the most. So we'll pan down here to Risk It for the biscuit. And there's the past performances. Recent second place finish in the Grade 3 Iroquois. He chased a rabbit named Patriot Spirit through some really swift fractions. And what I always look at are these pace ratings. And the plus 23 first call is very fast, 22 opening quarter, 44, and even closing like lightning is plus 19. And that's, you don't see that all too often. If you go through all these pace scenarios, you rarely see that much of a plus column in the second call 2C there. So just keep that in mind. But he did race through it and hit the stretch with a chance and showed some game, but was outkicked by West Saratoga in that one. But in his previous maiden win, as you can see down here, he went wire to wire and was a much slower pace. Obviously, you got a -2, -7, but that's average, 22. Still, for 6 furlongs, that's pretty average pace. He was in hand, set down, and drove off for the win. You can see by 4.5 lengths there. So, but he does face his toughest test to date in his young career. But it's son of gun runners, so he's got it in him, literally. And his trainer, Steve Asmussen, is also really good with the youngsters as well, 2-year-olds and whatnot. But the next horse we're going to look at, Brad Cox, there's nobody better, in my opinion. He hasn't earned the money, but he's got 27% with 2-year-old. Well, this says 26, but that's about right. 26% with 2-year-olds, 57% in the money. So that's a very, very solid, second to none, really. So anyway, it might have been just a bit too ambitious putting him in this Breeders' Futurity where he got destroyed. He had really no response, lacked any kind of effort. The distance might have been a key, but Brad Cox worked him 4 times since that race leading up to this race. So I expect a better showing with the drop in class as well. Now the top earner with youngins would be our dude Todd Pletcher here, and his horse Nomos, but not very well since his maiden win. Not looking good at all, really. But the switch over from from turf to dirt might be what the doctor ordered. Pletcher's 21% winning and 48% in the money doing this. So that one's probably going to be an underneath for me. This one I really like, Stretch Ride. Dale Roman's my local guy. If you watch preview videos on me, very fond of this man. This might be one of his better 2-year-olds he's had in quite some time. He's very high on this horse. So his most recent win at Keeneland was very impressive, going at the same distance we're going tomorrow. So go look at one of my Derby preview videos. I've got chapters underneath, and you just go look for Stretch Ride and go catch that race. Very impressive win at an optional claiming 100K. So I do like that. And so the next one up is another good one with 2-year-olds, and that would be Kenny McPeak and Real Men Violin. But only one out of his 5 efforts on the year have been run on an actual fast dirt track. Will be interesting to see his results. You know, he got started out on the turf, and then the next race got pulled off the turf in the mud. Then he ran. That was his second place finish in the one fast track at Churchill Downs at tomorrow's distance. So that's a good showing. And like I said in previous videos, and it's starting to, my eyes are opening a lot more and more, is don't just go look at these past performances and see the absolute last race they ran. Go back and look at their form leading up to it. Maybe there's a race that fits, like the one fast track, which we'll probably be seeing tomorrow. The pace was fair enough, and he ran a very steady inside chasing effort and just ran second place. So he had the maiden win on the sloppy sealed track in October. That's pretty good too. Sloppy sealed track still favors kind of front runners. That's what we're looking at with track bias this week, I do believe. So if the pace sets up fast, he could definitely get it done getting late, but I'm going to be having it underneath in exactas and trifectas. So basically what it's going to amount to, and we'll cut it there. Oh, one last one that I did throw in was Dancing Groom, the number 4 horse. And that's because the sire Vino Rosso has produced a ton of really, really good 2-year-olds this year. So that one's going to go underneath, and I'll put the bet up here in a second. But basically the top 5 was going to be the probably Risk It, Stretch Ride, Awesome Road, Real Men Violin, Nomos. So it's going to be like a 1-7 over 1-3-6-7 over 1-3-4-5-6-7. So I did spread fairly deep on the last one, but it's only a $6 trifecta bet. I think it's $16. And maybe one of the better values runs second or third in there, or 2 of them. And that's what you want to look for, is some of them longer ones. That's why you kind of spread on that third leg and pay a couple extra bucks down the road to get it done. So that'll do it. Hope you appreciate the video. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon.